Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire. A little reminder of the community challenge rules. So hopping into it, we're picking up where we left off, having defended against a whole lot of pod-dropping mechanoids. We had added Phoenix and Hippie most recently, and what I am going to do now is to prepare to take out the remainder of this mech cluster. I wouldn't actually mind leaving most of this mech cluster in, but I want to get rid of the Psychic Droner because it is causing me all sorts of problems. But what's going to be really important, first and foremost, is getting everybody healed up and ready for such a fight. Which means suffering the Droner a little bit longer, but we'll get to a point soon when we aren't suffering that Droner. Alright, Gabe, I want you to mine more than craft. And we're going to have you come down here and mine up this node of steel. Another thing I'm going to be doing is shutting down this bedroom, this prison bedroom, because we no longer need it. And setting everybody to the avoid zone, now that we don't have active attackers. Phoenix here, his blood rot is climbing, so I'm going to next tend him with herbal. Taking a look at that, it does remind me that I should start growing heal root again, as it's pretty important. Everybody's getting patched up. Now, Hippie, because she's female, and Gabe, because he's cyclically deaf, don't care about this Droner, but everybody else is dreadfully affected. And that's one of the things I aim to fix soon. Oh, Phoenix is making the shield belt. Well, that's a bit of a mistake, but I'm not going to cancel the shield belt. He can make his own belt, I guess. The other thing I was going to have him do is, maybe not him himself, but make a mace out of uranium. And I'm going to set this up with JD so that we can maybe have higher quality. So I hope the quality of this belt is good. Or he'll just stop. So my plan here is, let's cancel one of these mortars. My plan here, up here, is to use my brawlers to take out the auto-charge turrets with cover from my shooters. But it's going to require everybody to heal up. Specifically Bash, because he's gonna, he's gonna have a big role up and coming. Alright, when we shed mechanoids, just drop on the floor. Makes it go a little faster. Bash is in an insulting spree, insulting Phoenix. I'm sure this will be a social fight. But Gabe's throwing a party, so maybe not. Oh no, here's the social fight. Unfortunately, that means that Bash now has even more wounds, which means it's going to take longer to recover. Well, that's okay. So once they're recovered, I will promptly go try to take out the Droner. We're getting another harvest of rice, which is good because we were low on meals. Hippie here is trying to tidy up all of the debris from past battles. Okay, there we go. Blood rot tending in 3 hours. Good. We're very heavily relying on our drugs as a method of coping with the Droner, especially Raptor because he's hypersensitive, which means he's netting a -40, everybody else is -22. So he's feeling it double, just about. Not a good position to be in, needless to say. Alright, once my guys are healed up. Oh, here we go. Now we can treat the blood rot. Let's go do that with Raptor with actual meds, so he doesn't die of blood rot. And in this and this here, these two, I'm going to replace with Heal Root. I'm going to be redesigning the walls here, making the farm a little bit smaller. Okay, JD is now fully healed, so he is going to be working on parkas and toques for everybody. We have shred just about every mechanoid we have. Phoenix is finishing up his shield belt for himself. And he is set as a brawler. Let's give him herbal meds. So, okay, he made himself a good shield belt. That's good. That's the same quality that Bash had. It's possible that if JD made it, maybe it would be higher quality, but we'll never know. Another thing I wanted to do, well, maybe with Bash once he's up. JD, could you replace this broken battery? We have plenty of components, that's not an issue. So this parka is going to be for Raptor. Wow, look at how fast that battery is filling up. So that Raptor might help against the droners as well. He stands to benefit the most in this fight. It's not clothing that he normally is able to wear, but I'm going to force wear it just so that we are protected. So now JD is going to be making a heck of a lot of toques. One thing I could do to speed this up is to have a critical cloth stockpile here. So that we can draw from it more quickly. And then when we make these toques, just drop them on the floor. People will wear them. That's not much of an issue. A new quest. Some refugees. 4 refugees. 4 refugees for me right now would be pretty hard to feed or house. I really only have 1 bedroom free. And I don't have an excess of food right now. So, much to their dismay, it's not something I think I'm going to be doing. Okay, so we are tossing on our toques. And Raptor's going to switch out his coronet for a toque as well. Once Bash is fully healed, my plan to go attack is going to be sprung. Oh, that's not entirely true. I also want to make a mace for Phoenix so he doesn't have just a dinky little knife. Okay, Gabe should be... Oh, he's not mining because the node was fully mined out. Hippie's trying to clean up the caves. One of the things I'm going to do in this cave is I am going to add some heaters just so that parts of it are warm. The parts that I want to use. So there's a Psychic Soothe mail for a Psychic Droner. So, as you can see, the Soothe is partially outweighing the Droner. Where is the Soothe? I don't even see the Soothe. What? I don't know. I think the droner is droning out the soothe or something. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's not for me to know. Okay, so all those toques have now been made. Raptor's going to be forced to wear one as well. And the floor here that has been probably bothering people for a while now, I am going to fix. A show boy. Uh-oh. This is not good. Well, it might be good for me. It's not good for them. A shaman merchant coming in. They are going to get wrecked. They're leaving because of dangerous temperature. There's definitely some benefit looting the dead over here, especially the bone dogs. They'll make for good meals, given that their bleed out timers are too quick for me to ever save them. Yikes. Would not want to be those guys right now. And they're all unconscious. Well, good job. Oh, and some of them are on fire. Well, there's 400 pemmican up here, and then a whole bunch of bodies. The remainder of this mech cluster is actually pretty easy to clear out. It's just a few slugger turrets that are, most of which are fairly damaged. So one of the reasons why I'm building this wall here is I plan on using this entire area as storage. Which is a lot of storage. Way more than I need. But it's also an area that I can expand the base into if I need a larger base at some point. And at tomorrow morning, because right now it's 3 in the morning, tomorrow morning I will try to clear out this mech cluster as best as I can. So if we analyze it, there are 6 turrets, 2 scythers, a lancer, a low shield, and a high shield. So one intercepts bullets, another intercepts mortar shells, the low shield for bullets and other projectiles, and then the high shield for the mortar shells. And then there's like a mini turret. So my plan of attack is just to destroy this charge turret, go in through the wall here. Hopefully these mechs won't see me. Destroy the droner, and get out. And destroy the droner maybe from over here. The Lancer's the only real concern, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Alright, JD, let's have you construct over other tasks. So the plan, yeah, there we go, is now that we have, there we go. Yeah, as you can see, the plan for the storage area. It's also going to require some columns. I am going to give them limestone columns, ones that are not flammable, and I'm going to double up on them. Alright, it is morning. I think it's go time. I don't have... Wait, no, that's not true. JD, would you make a mace for me? Or not for me, but for Phoenix. Okay, so these columns will keep the ceiling up. And then we have a ridiculously large amount of storage space available to us. Phoenix, switch to the uranium mace. So if you take a look at the uranium mace, armor penetration of 35% and 10.5 DPS. I'm rounding a little bit, but let's call it 10.5. Versus the plasteel knife, which is 9 and an armor pen of 19. So the mace is better in really every measurable way. All right, so now a full core. Oh, you know what? I'm not done. I'm not done. I want to have a heating area here just in case of hypothermia. So it means building 2 heaters and the steel door. And then we go for the cluster. All right, full core press. Hope no one has a mental break. In fact, Hippie, could you hit the soother? I don't want anyone to lose their mind in the middle of this. So we'll kick in the soother. So Bash and Phoenix, I'm going to have them push up, trying to use this wall here to block line of sight. Now I'm in the dead zone, so the turret can no longer see me. And then I have all my shooters ready to push up in case these scythers want to tangle. So next, I'm going to cut a hole here. Have these guys move up. I don't want to be brawling this droner, because as soon as it goes down, the charge turrets here will rip me a new one. So what I'm going to do instead is shoot through the hole and protect my shooters with my brawlers. Oh, but they have the low shield. Yeah. There we go. I might risk brawling it. Just to speed up the process. I honestly could probably clear this, all the mech clusters. Whoa, don't shoot, Phoenix. I kind of wanted to keep this cluster because it would help me against Reapers that attack. But I might get rid of this left one, leaving them only a low shield, which I can nuke whenever I want. Alright, so 4% left. I'm going to move out of the way. Alright, let's move to the dead zone as fast as we can. Done. That Lancer might be a problem in a second. Nope. Alright, let's get rid of the high shield. I can actually send these guys home. I don't think we're going to need cover anymore. Okay, let's avoid the scythers. The droner is no longer a problem. My guess is that maybe this mini slugger was part of this cluster, which is why I did not get the defeated cluster moodlet or anything like that, but I don't care. It's fine. We got the droner out, and we still left this to kill Reapers. The real powerful part about this is there's a low shield. So Reapers that come to try to clear out this mech cluster are going to find themselves shooting the low shield and not being able to kill these mechs all that effectively. So, more or less exactly what I wanted. Well, that was an overwhelming success. Next up, let's go ahead and make some clothing. So, let's figure out exactly what clothing Raptor's going to want as a Praetor. So if we take a look at Praetor clothing here, apparel quality is going to be normal. Required apparel, he's formal shirt, cape, top hat, beret. Okay, so formal shirt, cape, top hat. Done. We'll get that going. So now that we don't have that droner anymore, we should have quite the happy colony. Quite the happy colony. So the next big project is to get a fabricating bench so that I can start making bionics. Now, I won't be able to go up in royal rank until the clusters are cleared. I think I've demonstrated that I could clear this cluster if I wanted to. That is not so much the issue. This limestone column, I'm going to put another limestone column here, and then remove the slag. Desperado camp. 5 skeletons protect a bandit camp. Monroe joins. He's pretty much skillless in every way. Here, let me show it to you a little longer. He's a tribal cave child with, like, no skills. Not much of a purpose to add him. So now this full wall also means that enemies can't come all the way in here to mess with me. Or at least it's a lot more challenging. Another thing I want to do is just to add a little bit of light once we remove the... Yeah, we'll have to wait a second. Oh, you know what? There's herbal meds down here. Hippie. And Phoenix, would you be so kind? So JD should be working on clothing for Raptor. And we are going to want a fabrication bench. Now, the game says I need a little bit more steel. We have a lot of steel over here. We just need Gabe or someone to haul it. So, to that end, I will queue up some hauling tasks in a moment. Cargo pods coming down. So, let's see what is in these cargo pods. Fine meals. They might as well be on the other side of the world here, because that is really far away. I'm actually going to redesign this yet one more time. just like that. Oh, actually, no, I'll keep it like this. That's fine. Okay, I have a bit of a steel shortage, but we'll fix it. So I wanted a light in here, maybe one here and one there. Gonna run power around the perimeter, even though I don't really have the steel to do it right now. Let's power off the smithy. We no longer need it on. I can also power off the machining table. Not that I have a lack of power, as you could probably see. I'm not close to browning out, but... Alright, well this entire area here, one of the reasons to add this is the benefit that it will provide for trade and storage and all that jazz. It's a very good swath. So, JD, you're still not... Oh, Gabe is getting hypothermic. Let's get him home. We're going to start to have to worry about that. With increased frequency now. Alright, JD. You are not tailoring because there's construction tasks. That's fine. Alright, schedule. I'm going to have everybody stay close, so that they don't get themselves too frozen. As you can see, it did not work for Hippie. She got too cold. Yeah, it's now negative 75 Celsius or negative 100 Fahrenheit. And that is pretty frightfully cold. Let's power up some additional heaters to help contend with this additional cold. I'll power up all the heaters. Oh, come on, guys. Any permanent injuries? No, but that is quite the head wound. Can't we get along? Okay, Phoenix's blood rot is climbing back up, but not dangerously yet. Doesn't have me worried or anything. And JD's gonna take... Whoa, Wow, Bash, you almost bit out his eye. I don't even know what to say about that. That's wrong, and I think you know it. Oh, I didn't mean to blow up this door. That's a bit of a bummer. So, in moving the trade beacon, let's work towards that. What I'm going to be doing is moving the trade beacon and then eventually just getting rid of all of this. I might store my shells out here, which are slowly deteriorating. I might store my shells and my chem fuel here, because it is an unpowered area, and then store everything else, my trade goods, down here. Okay. So, bionics. One of the things with bionics, like let's say we wanted to make a bionic eye, it requires plasteel and advanced components. One of the issues with plasteel, as I think you might be able to assume, is I don't have a renewable source of it. I have a very limited source of plasteel. So if I want to, which toggles? Here it is. If I want to make a lot of bionics, I'm definitely going to need to find a way to deep drill for it, or otherwise you know, it's going to be challenging for me to source it. So I'm going to be using the ground penetrating scanner here right after I finish the advanced fabrication. So actually, let's power that off and leave the roof on. So when I'm able to make advanced components, I'm going to need gold and plasteel as sources of material. And that's going to be pretty important. Oh, Hippie, you should get your gun. So I'm going to copy this storage, paste it here. Call it storage. I want to remove... Oh, nope. I want to remove a cross section here. And then also keep this powered on. And then this whole zone, caravan pack spot, I'll put up there just for the symmetry. And consumables, copy this. And I'll paste it here. So then the unrestricted crab hauling, I'm not going to allow them there anymore. And the restricted crab hauling, I'm going to do the same. The stonecutter table could be put indoors now. Not that there's going to be a lot of stuff to cut. And then I'm going to do what I call super hauling, which is telling everyone that their highest priority is to haul. So the other thing I need to do with this orbital trade beacon is to make it the trade priority. So I need to uninstall this other one and then reinstall it. Oh, that's annoying. Let's flip the power. So we don't have any brownouts. I'll remind you, I feel like I've said this enough, but I'll remind you why I'm doing this. So the why is because the way trades work and pod drop raiders work, they go to the oldest installed... Oh, don't move the chem fuel. So, hang on one second. Chem fuel. So, let me finish this before I forget to do this, because I could easily get sidetracked. And then put shells here. So the way it works is the oldest beacon that you have installed that is unroofed is the one that attracts trades and pod raiders. So I want this to be the oldest beacon, but I also want to make sure that this beacon here is roofed so that pod raiders don't go to it as a priority. Did I blow out a cable or something? No. Just wondering why my power seems sluggish. Okay, so now everybody in my whole colony is hauling things to this zone. And people that are getting hypothermic are going to be sent inside. So this zone here, actually, I don't want to be too warm. Let's say 40 Fahrenheit or 4 Celsius. I might need to micromanage the people that are getting hypothermic, forcing them to stay inside and then changing their zones. Another thing I could do, obviously, is just caravan a whole lot of the stuff here. But this zone this area is honestly just too big. As you can see, it's enormous. It's just too big to bother heating. Your blood rot needs tending. I don't think you need meds. I'm going to let everyone move again. You are in real danger of... Yeah. Raptor does not have warm clothing. Hey, JD. Ah, well, you're injured. I'm going to force JD to tailor even though he's injured because I really want the royal clothing for Raptor to come through. Gabe, I'm going to take you off of priority hauling. I'd like to... It would be smart for me to try to haul this steel as well. It's tricky to get there and back before we get too close. Can we stop social fighting? This is quite the community of violence, for lack of a better term. I need you all to stop punching each other and biting each other. It's getting old. It's getting old. Oh my god. Oh, the stay inside zone definitely needs to be updated. I just noticed it's not quite correct. Okay, that looks right. Once they get minor hypothermia, I'm going to send them to go inside. Alright, Raptor, you got a royal shirt there that you can switch up to. So the formal shirt, is it part... Well, it should be part of the regalia here. So now if we take a look at his mood... still -4 because I am not fully clothed the way he wants to be. Another thing I could be doing with Hippie... Yeah, I'm going to do it with Hippie over Gabe, even though Gabe has a little bit higher skill, is I'm going to start to make jade art with Hippie. And we have mechs, 2 groups of mechs landing an attack. So these are mechs, Scyther, 2 Scythers, 3 pikemen, 2 lancers. Up here, 1 pikeman, 1 lancer. Or, Scyther, rather. Okay, schedule. Everybody stay inside because I'm going to need you all to be warm for this upcoming fight. I don't think I'm calling in the, honestly, let's just hypothetically think if we accepted the refugees, they would be hypothermically fainted, passed out, before they even make it to the base. It would be, one could argue that it would give me resources, but, the rules of this series is I'm supposed to be a good ally to everybody. And, I would argue that having unconscious, you know, people that are visiting me be unconscious is not me being a good ally. Okay, they're actually almost through the maze here, so let me queue up the trap and spring my shooters into action. I don't really like the idea of the Scyther being able to get free swings on me, even though... So I'd rather just kite. Let's turn this one off. It's about to break. I don't even know if I'm turning it off in time. Come on, leave it alone. Oh, good shot. All right, let's get behind the cover. Bash, repair. Oh, nope. Unrestrict. Repair here. That turret is real messed up. Turning them all off. Phoenix, you're going to be the lure. The lure's not going to work with Bash out here, so I'm going to send him inside. Another thing I need to do here is this wall needs to change. Well, not exactly. I need some sort of double wall here between me and the outside. I don't need it, but like I should have it. Okay. These pikemen are closing in. On. Shoot. Punch. Now, not a whole lot of centipedes yet. Which is good. Off. I accidentally turned this one. Toggle that one. Okay. Oh, there's still one more. I'll just let the turrets deal with it. All right. Well, that's it. That's that whole raid. No one got hit. All the injuries we have are self-inflicted due to social fights, because that's what my guys like to do. Punch each other pointlessly. Another thing I might consider, depending on how much steel I'm able to get, is adding in some tool benches, so that we can improve the craft speed. There's not a lot of square footage that I'm working with here. But we can see what we could do. Schedule. Everybody should be staying close now. Raptor. You're still waiting on some additional royal clothing. So, I'm going to start to... What am I low on? I'm going to start to make psychite. And up here, once this is grown, hops. Make sure that we have beer and tea available. Alright, let's have you stay inside. And I'm having them stay inside until they, you know, get warmer or whatever. Okay, so here's the cape that Raptor wants. And then the top hat. We're starting to harvest these. Yeah, 98%, that's close enough. So let's do hops and hops. If you take a look at my herbal meds, I have 62 now, so I'm going to lay off of the herbal meds. I don't really need them. Mash, would you haul kibble? Looks like the crabs are a little low. Yeah, I'm going to need to make kibble again. Crabs eat just a ridiculous amount of everything. They're just consuming always. It's rough to feed them as a result. But one of them is bonded, and that's why I'm holding on to them. All right, schedule, stay close again. Have people start hauling again. So this shell zone is going to be removed. We're going to keep the shells in here. I'll put my mortars inside so they can't be destroyed easily. That's something that I see a lot of people build their bases, I don't want to say incorrectly, but like poorly, is they'll have their mortars outside of their base, but not actually protected. And then raiders come in and just smash their mortars, and mortars are actually pretty expensive to build. So, with that, this episode is concluded. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. If you'd like to chat about this series, Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord where you can join. Discord is like one giant chat forum. I'm on there all the time. Discord's also a great way to learn about events, game giveaways, upcoming polls and raffles and all that kind of stuff. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all next episode. Farewell, everybody.